Hello, lovelies. You're welcome to another interesting science class. Today, we'll be looking at solid. Come along with me. Let's learn new stuff together. Do you know that all things in the earth is made up of matter? The state of matter tells you whether a material is solid, liquid, or gas. In our previous class, we said matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Let's take a look at some examples of solids. We have book, table, rock, pencil, ball, a cup. The question is, what make a solid a solid? A solid is a matter that keeps its own shape. That is, it has a fixed shape. A solid has a fixed shape. The physical state of solids depends on how its molecules and atoms are arranged and how they move. This is matter in solid state. As you can see, the molecules in solid are very close and have little movement. So we can say the molecule in solid are closely packed together. Please note that the closer the molecule of a solid are packed, the harder the solid or the substance. Solid cannot be compressed, unlike gas and liquid that can be compressed into a container, but solid cannot be compressed. Now, this is ice, which is a solid. But do you know that when heat is applied to ice, it can change to a liquid? When this happens, we say the solid melts. The process whereby a solid changes to liquid is called melting. Now, let's take a look at some examples of solids that can melt. Examples of solids that can melt. Number 1, we have ice cube. Number 2, we have chocolate. Number 3, we have ice cream. Number 4, candle. Number 5, snowman. Beautiful. Now, the things that can cause a solid to melt. What are these things that can cause a solid to melt? Number 1, we have the sun. Number 2, we have heat from cooking. Heat from cooking. These are things that can make a solid to melt. Now, let's watch a video on solids and its properties.
Hi kids! Today, we will be learning about the characteristics of solid. First, let us review the definition of matter. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. There are 3 states of matter, but we will be learning this time the first state of matter, which is the solid. What is solid? Solids are hard, strong, and rigid materials because the molecules are tightly packed. Some examples of solids are table, chair, and stone. Solid has its own characteristics. The box, plate, and napkin have their own shape. Rectangular shape for the box, square for the napkin, and rounded for the plate. If you put these objects in another place, will their shape change? Solids do not follow the shape of the container or the place where you put them. They maintain their shapes. Solids have a fixed or definite shape. Also, solids have a fixed or definite volume since solids do not change their size when transferred to a smaller or bigger space. Each object around us has mass. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. We can use the platform balance to get the mass of a solid. An object with a lot of matter has more mass. For example, which of the following has more mass? When you compare these two objects, marshmallows are lighter than the eraser. Thus, eraser has greater mass compared to marshmallows. To summarize, matter has three states and one of these is solid. Solids are hard, strong, and rigid objects. They cannot flow because its molecules are tightly packed. Solids have definite shape and volume. They maintain their shapes and size. Object with a lot of matter has more mass. Mass is the amount of matter an object has. We can see solid objects everywhere. We can touch and feel them. Without these solid objects that we have at home, maybe our house might be not that beautiful because it adds beauty to our surroundings and more. Did you learn something?
Hi kids, you're welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the video. Now let's take a look at some key points. We said a solid is matter that keeps its own shape. When a solid is heated, it can change its shape. Examples of solids that can change its shape when heat is applied to it are chocolate, ice cube, ice cream, and so on. So please do well to attempt your quizzes and assignments. See you in my next class. Bye.